Hello everyone. Today we are going to make a caricature out of any photo. So in this tutorial you are going to learn how to make a caricature out of any photo. To make a caricature, some basic things you should understand first. That each and every face is having some features, and while making a caricature we are going to bump up those features. That's all we are going to do. The basic features of every face are eyes, nose, mouth, ear, chin, cheeks, and forehead in some cases. So you should identify first that which kind of facial feature can be enlarged or make small or processed so that it should look like a caricature. And I'm going to start with all the features. My method is just separate all the features from the face first and try to give a different treatment to each and every facial feature, and look the adjustments and choose the one which finally suits to your face or the face of your choice. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate all the features from this face, and to separate the features what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the facial features and make a new layer out of it. So to do so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate my layer first by clicking on it, right click on it, image, and duplicate layer, click on OK. The same thing you can do using Ctrl+J. The only thing you need to do is hit Ctrl+J and it will create a new layer for you. Now I'm going to separate out all the features from the face first, and to do so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Mercu select tool. Now here I'm going to select the facial features starting from the eye, make sure while selecting that you should select more area, because in next step what we are going to do is we are going to mask out the excess area from this eye. And now I have selected this eyes, and I'm going to make a new layer of these eyes by hitting Ctrl+J, and it will create. Now you can see here that it has created a layer of eyes only, and I'm going to rename this layer as eyes. Next, for nose I'm going to do the same procedure. You can see that I am selecting the excess area and not the exact nose. Now again select the original layer and hit Ctrl+J. It will create a new layer of nose and I'm going to rename it as nose. Same for mouth. Rename it as mouth. Next, here I can see this chin is pretty much interesting, and I'm going to separate it as well. Okay, now hit Ctrl+J, chin, and rename it as chin. Now I'm going to separate the ear starting from the right ear Okay, new layer, Control J, using Control J, and rename it as right ear. Same for the left ear. Again hit Control plus J, rename it as left ear. That's all. I have separated all the features from the face, and you can see these are the features that I have separated from the face. Now I'm going to make these features larger or smaller as per my need, and I'm going to check that whether my requirements are met with or not. So starting from the mouth, right from the mouth, I'm starting with the mouth. You can start with any kind of feature that you want. I'm starting with the mouth and hit Control plus T and Control and hold the Shift key and drag the mouse to make it larger or smaller. So that's fine for me. Okay, that's it. That's it for me. Here I have made this mouth quite bigger, and you can see the edges around the mouth, you know, and I want to remove these edges, and to remove these as edges, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on mask. I'm going to create a mask, and here you can see the button for masking. It will create a layer mask on mouth layer. Select this layer mask and make this foreground and background color black and white. After that, select a brush tool, make its hardness as 0, opacity should be 100, flow should be 100. Now I'm going to mask out these edges. See? While masking, you should be very careful on shadows and highlights so that it should not change the meaning of the face, and it should seem like your mouth is just rightly placed on the face. Okay, that's it, and that looks very cool. Okay, this is fine for me. You can see how nicely it is masked on the face. Now I'm going to start with the eyes, and I think I should make these eyes smaller instead of making it bigger. So I'm not going to use the separated layer. I'm going to work on the original layer, and I'm going to click on filter, liquify. See, these are the cases that you should imagine what kind of look you want, what kind of feel you want, and after deciding the look, you can go with the adjustments, whether you make it bigger or smaller. That may be the case. Now I want to make it smaller. For that, I have used a Liquify tool of Photoshop, and here in Liquify menu you can see the pucker tool. I'm going to use the pucker tool to make it small. Click on the eyes. Okay, that's perfect for me. That's it. I'm going to hit OK. Okay, that's cool. Now I'm going to work on the chin. Hit Ctrl plus T and make it more larger. That's cool. Pretty much. Now, while making it bigger, what problem is there is, here is some shadow beneath this chin and folds, wrinkles are there, and what my need is to match those wrinkles. So to do so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click and hold the Control key and wrap this chin around the face perfectly so that it should match the features of the face correctly. That's it. That's it. Now I'm going to mask out the excess part of this chin by hitting the mask button and selecting the layer, sorry, the mask, not the layer, and choose a brush tool, mask out the excess part. That's pretty cool. You cannot identify that this is separated out. You can see it is nicely blended and masked on the original face. That is cool. Now I want to make the ear quite bigger. Maybe this bigger. Okay. And the left ear as well. They should be in proportion. That's okay. Okay, this looks very good. Now I have to check that whether any excess things are there on the ear or not. If some excess parts are there, I need to mask them out. And that's it. Okay, that's cool. Here there are some excess edges which I need to mask. Okay, that's fine for me. You can see the face and its structure right now. I'm pretty much done with my face, but I identify that what if I made the forehead quite bigger than what I have right now. So I'm going to separate the forehead also, and to separate it I'm going to just make a rough selection. Hit Ctrl J and Ctrl T to transform the head, and I'm going to make it bigger. That's too big. Okay, maybe this big. Okay, now you can see that I made this forehead quite bigger, but it is not matching up with the original image, and to match it up I need to transform it. Hit Ctrl T and press and hold the control button on keyboard and drag this all the way in to match. Same thing, same procedure from right also. That's it. Now you can see that my forehead is perfectly blend with the original image. That's pretty cool. It's looking very good now. Now I want to create the layer, the main photo out of all these layers. And to do so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press and hold Ctrl Alt Shift and then hit E. It will create a layer. You can see here the layer is created, which is our caricature. I'm going to off all other layers so that you can identify the difference. Here is my edited image, and if I make this off, then you can see nothing. Why? Because I have disabled all the layers. I'm going to enable this, and now I want to work on this layer. Now I want to go liquify it for some instances, and I'm going to liquify it using, go to filter, liquify, and from liquify tool, liquify menu, you need to choose forward warp tool. Using this tool, what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to keep this in, and I can see these cheeks are quite bigger, and I can stretch them out. While stretching, you should be very careful that you should not miss any of the feature. You can make the size of the brush bigger or smaller as per your need using the angular bracket tool or angular bracket key button from the keyboard. Okay. Lower down these shoulders as well. Okay, now it's time for forehead. That's pretty cool. It's looking very good. Now, what if I make this nose quite bigger? To make it bigger, I'm going to use a bloat tool. And maybe that's it. Or what if I make it smaller? Okay, that's it. Click OK. That's look very cool now. I'm going to give it quite caricature or cartoon look or painted image look, and to do so what I have is in filter menu, it is a oil paint plugin for Photoshop. If you are not a CS6 user, then you should separately download this plugin, or if you have a CS6, Photoshop CS6, then it is already included in the Photoshop CS6. From this, here is a menu and controls. Here I'm going to lower down the shine all the way down to 0 and stylize to maybe 3% and cleanliness to 75 or maybe 0.3-0.5%. That's okay, and click OK. Oh ho. You can see the nice look of it, but you can see that my eyes are all the way out of focus. It seems that it is out of focus. I need to bring them back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Ctrl Z, undo all the changes, and I'm going to duplicate this layer. Sorry, duplicate layer. Okay, and I'm going to apply oil paint effect on this. Click OK. Now I want these eyes back, and these are in my original layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on mask, layer mask, and again select a brush tool and gently on eyes. That's nice. Oh, it looks good. Perfect. That's it, and the caricature is ready. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit on like or comment below. Thank you.